we're not necessarily erasing our traditions, we're embracing tradition as well as giving it our own new school flair. ¿Qué pasa, familia? It's your girl Becky G, and you are watching Billboard News.
So you've had quite the evolution, musically as a rapper.
I won't stop till I get to the top. I'm so Becky from the block.
To a pop reggaeton hitmaker. Now you're stepping into regional Mexican music. Talk to me about that evolution.
Yeah, it's been quite the journey, girlfriend. Honestly, yo creo que para mí desde niña, la música en general siempre me inspiraba, And I grew up listening to all kinds of music in English and Spanish. I consider myself a genreless artist.
What did you rediscover, or how did you reconnect with your heritage? What was one thing that you learned?
What's so interesting is that I feel like that essence of me being Chicana, born and raised in Inglewood, and obviously being very proud of being my Mexican roots, I think it's always been there. 2 years ago when I lost my papi, my abuelito, Miguel, que descanse en paz, he was the catalyst as to why I decided it was time to do the project, because it was a dream of mine. I definitely feel like it's a part of my soul when I sing música regional.
Talk to me more about the title, Esquinas. Where did you come up with the title?
For me, I think I've always felt like I'm not this side of the streets that raised me or this side of the streets. I am literally La Esquina. I'm at La Esquina where those cross streets are of, like I always say, those two languages, those two flags, the two cultures. It's a very intentional body of work from all the visuals and all the song selections and all of the collaborators. Edgar Barrera is family to me, and he really helped kind of create a sound that I think represents me in this space. And so it's been a lot of hard work, but I feel like you can really hear me and see me in this album. Of course, like any traditional regional project, you want to have some covers on there. I want to say personally selected the covers that I did for the album because they really either take me to a point in time in my life that just remind me of my childhood, or have such a deeper significance even before I ever existed. And one of those is Cruz de Olvido. And it's a song that my papi dedicated to my grandma when he was crossing over from Mexico to the United States. And Cruz de Olvido is one of the first mariachi songs that I ever learned. And I have video actually of me singing it to my papi at his birthday. It's so crazy to cross-reference, mis vocales in the cover that I recently recorded of it, and then when I'm, 12 years old, singing it in the front of my papi's house in Inglewood.
You pulled up some amazing guests on your album, on your upcoming album. You got Peso Pluma, Gabito Ballesteros, and others, So tell me about how you go about selecting who to collaborate with.
I think there's this wave of fresh and authentic artists in the regional space, and we're not necessarily erasing our traditions, we're embracing tradition as well as giving it our own new school flair. And so I was definitely I had my heart set on artists who interpret regional music in their own way. A lot of it happened organically. When I worked with Peso y estuvimos en el estudio, we didn't really have intentions. It was just to introduce to each other. What are you working on? This is some of the music I've been working on. And Edgar whips out a guitar, and next thing you know, we wrote the song in 45 minutes. Así de la nada. And it was, instant chemistry between Peso and I. And same with it was really sweet. One of my favorite memories is working with Ivan Cornejo on our song for the album. He almost canceled the studio session because le tocó nervios, and he's like, no, it's just I feel really a little bit of pressure. I want to do a really good job. I'm going to be going on my first tour, and I just don't want to let you down. And I was like, bro, you could literally come and we can eat in and out and just hang. We don't have to write anything. We don't have to do anything. Let's just vibe. And then one thing leads to another, and you start creating these beautiful friendships,
You're a proud 200%er. Can you share a little bit more about, being a 200%?
Totally. No, it's because I remember there was a moment in my life, and I feel like I can even remember the day where I was like, man, 50-50 doesn't cut it. Why do I have to give up half of myself to be accepted here? I'm 100% proud to be from Inglewood. But I'm I'm also 100% proud to be Mexicana, to be Latina. And so hopefully the next generations can get more and more inspired to understand that nunca es tarde. It's never too late to learn more about where we come from.
Tu Casa, Mi Casa tour. I love the name, first of all. So talk to me behind the concept. What can fans and attendees expect?
Yeah, so it's really cool that I would say on the Coachella stage was the debut of Casa Gomez. And there was so much inspiration of the 200% for me. I knew that I wanted to make a statement representing two cultures, two flags, two languages. And so we had from the color scheme to the way that we played out the set list, having the whole middle set of the show be dedicated to Música Regional. It was just like, this is the essence of the tour. And so we're bringing Casa Gomez to everybody on Mi Casa, Tu Casa. And it's gonna be really, really awesome.
Muchísimas gracias, Becky G.
A ti, thank you.